No, here we are at the long straight.
Catch me if you can.
Well, there's the blimp. And there's Castle Wolfenstein up on the hill there. Anybody ever play that game, Castle Wolfenstein?
I've heard of Wolfenstein, but not Castle Wolfenstein.
That was a pretty cool game.
Is it the old timer game?
Yeah, it's an old timer. Yeah, probably. What year it came out? 2005, 6. They made a second one, so it was a pretty good success.
You said 2005. I wouldn't call that old timer.
I think that's when the first one came out. I think 2010 was the second one. They made a second one. Pretty good success.
Check, check. All right.
Yeah,
I think that's when the first one came out.
Zebra's got us on the actual.
Okay. I was like, yeah. I was mad confused. I'm like, why am I hearing Bear twice?
Yeah, before we go into the race, I'll set up a chat.
Is it too late?
Hello, everyone around the world. I am the Zebra, William the Zebra Alcala, and I'm bringing you live coverage here for the 2 hours at the Nordschleife combined 24-hour layout. It's going to be, well, we're hoping for some good racing. It's going to be, so far, 8 drivers have showed up tonight. Some people will be showing up late. Some people were unable to make it. Today, we will be racing the Renault Megane. What are these? Renault Megane trophy cars, right? Something along those lines. These cars are very, very fun to drive, and they're going to match really well with this track, which has a lot of elevation. And as you can see on your screen, a lot of corners as Spoon has entered in, so it looks like we'll have up to 9 drivers. Take a look at the track map, and a lot of corner names, all German. This layout does combine the Nürburgring Grand Prix track mixed with the Nordschleife track, which I believe is about 18 and 19 miles combined total. And we'll be doing it for 2 hours. The weather cycle will be a simulated 24 hours, so the drivers will be able to get that 24-hour experience in. Okay, so with that being said, we have just 9 minutes left to go in qualifying here. There we go. Yep, just 9 minutes left to go in qualifying. The very, very long track looks like the only time set is an 8-minute 40-second lap, so definitely expect times up above the 8.5-minute mark, unless you're Camel, then expect them to be in the 7:30s. I'm only kidding. Big wrap up last night. We got everything figured out on my end. Looks like that this is gonna be the way to go. Is just to create a room with the password protect and be good to go on that from that point forward. So it's gonna be great. And starting next week, we'll be doing Formula X. It's gonna be very, very fun and exciting. Can't wait. So the track map, since the track is so big, it doesn't really exactly help us where people are at necessarily on the track. Just kind of give us a general kind of feel as to where they are on the track in relative close to the people in front and behind them. But as you can see, kind of down here where my mouse is at, this is where all these little white circles are right here. That's going to be where the start finish line's at, and then you have all this track up here. So it's going to be busy stuff for these drivers. There's really only one long break, and that's going to be this long backstretch that we're actually going to see up here in the images. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Excuse me. So you're going to see this long kind of a backstretch right here, just that long stretch into the Grand Prix, and it's going to be pretty fun and exciting for these drivers, and hopefully we get some decent battling, because I mean, I've been there with this track. Once you pretty much kind of get away from the drivers, you're by yourself, it's all about just kind of staying awake. But luckily this track it's got plenty of dips and dives, twists and turns to do just that. 6.5 minutes to go, and we still only have one person setting a time, and that's going to be Will Phaser. So I'm going to go grab a quick bite to eat, grab some snacks, then something cold for the back of my neck because it is warm up in my room. I live in Arkansas and the AC sucks a lot. So we will be right back. Listen to the roars of Road King. Alright, and we are back. I got my refreshments all ready to go. Drivers are wrapping up their qualifying times. We see the Camel with an 8:37.273, almost about 3 seconds ahead of Will, but they are in the pits, so their qualifying is done and over with. Let's take a look at who is driving what. We see Camel in the beautiful black and blue Logitech car. Wolf Phaser in this kind of sunset car. Don't know what that says, but we'll take a look at it. Old Bear in the classic Renault yellow and red checkered livery in the number 02. There we see Spoon approaching the last little bit of the Nordschleife as he runs wide, smacking into the wall. And that yellow and green livery.
Hey, Camel, can you send out
Then we have Blitz.
please send out the
in
chat
the-
invite, because last time I tried to do something after I went to the screen, it
Then we have Blitz in the red, white, and blue livery. I know that's French inspired, but enjoy to let's live in America. So it's the American color scheme. Beautiful looking car, by the way. They did an amazing job designing that. Take a look at Dub Racing 10. Good to see him. He is in the Aperture Laboratories. That is a Portal reference. If you ever play the game Portal and Portal 2, beautiful looking car. Black, white, and this kind of sky blue. And we have Hannibal Moore, who is safe in Group A in the CPRL race, in the CPRL league. So we get to see him in Group A next week. Formula X, Potvin Sucks, the man, the myth, the legend. In the white and blue and yellow accented Logitech 06, opposite to the Camel, I believe. Yes, opposite to the Camel livery. And he will be starting in Group A on Wednesday for Formula X. And then Road King, the man setting this up on the beautiful red and black AMD. So qualifying is wrapping up. They have about, what was that, 10 minutes to finish up. So another 10 minutes or so, if my math is correct. Let's see, 60 seconds in a minute. 6 times 10, that's not right. Hold on. Yeah, 600 divided by 60 is 10. Yeah, okay, so I got about 10 minutes to complete their laps. Don't run out of gas. Yes, that is from DTF Dragon, who's unable to make it tonight. Thanks for stopping on by, man. Very much appreciated. Don't run out of gas, pots, especially on this track. Two hours from the Green Hell coming up. Looks like Will Phaser's out, gonna make another kind of he's probably out just goofing. Let's see where everyone else is at on the track. We have Blitz and Potts out. They are approaching the finish to wrap up their qualifying. Let's go and put up the speedometer and see what well, never mind. We can't see what speeds we can't see what speeds they're doing. The good old qualifying complete over it. It's actually going to be very exciting in the last part, especially if there's a little bit of drag. Let's see Blitz coming across the line, and he will not be able to set a time. What about Potts? He will set a time in 8-minute 50.372. That'll be good enough for third place. All right, who is next? I think this is Road King. Let's actually ride on board with Road King. Let's see how technical this track is. Really wish we can get rid of the overview. That'd be kind of cool. There you see the cracked windscreen of Road King. Looks like he's got a little bit of heavy damage there. Look at this elevation change. They do they do sound like kazoos. Absolutely. Absolutely they do. Going down the hill. As a person who has raced on this track, both on project cars and on iRacing, iRacing's version of this is a lot more challenging. It holds no prisoners. This the layout on this game offers a lot more initial grip, and you can pretty much just start driving like immediately. You won't really have to worry about much, but man, driving on this track in iRacing though, it is completely different story. It is literally day and night. It's absolutely insane. Then here's this long straightaway, and when I mean long, I mean long. I believe the straightaway is longer than most like actual official tracks. There's the red line at about, you can barely see it over the menu, but he's pushing about 7,600 RPM. He's absolutely redlining it, so drivers have to be wary going into dip into the 8,000s. A little bit of understeer there, trying to get the car whipped around, going onto the main straight. And that pit entrance there, that's going to be it's going to be tricky for the drivers as he crosses the line, and he's going to be third, beating out Potts for an 848.560. And looks like we've got one more car out on the track, it seems. Who would that be?
Damn. Oh,
That's
be in
gonna-
the 140s.
It's going to be Spoon. But qualifying session is over, so let's take a look at your starting lineup for the McGain 2 hours at the Green Hell. Camel starting in
Oh, I forgot
P1.
to do the,
Ooh, what a thought.
I forget what it takes
He's
the whole thing
837,
anyway.
273
The
behind
replays.
him
Okay.
by
So
almost
this is full fuel, guys.
3
There's no fuel in it.
seconds.
So I think you're gonna need more
Road
tires
King.
than you. Yes.
Road King. I'm talking
Yeah.
in the party.
And then we have Will Phaser in second, 840 with a 2.886. Then Road King in third, 848, 11.287. Potts in fourth with an 850.372. Old Bear with a 914.521. And he was the last one to set a lap. And the rest, they kind of fall with however the game puts them. So Spoon in sixth, Blitz in seventh, Dub Racing in eighth, and Hannibal Moore starting in the back. 9 cars, 9 Renaults, 9 McGains, 2 hours. What is it, like 83 turns a lap? It's going to be good. Camel, oh, so close from that 1900S rating. So close. So hopefully he can get it done here tonight. If they have license on, so that'd be cool. It's raised along the most NASCAR circuits. That is correct. That is correct. Buckle in. It's going to be a long one. 2 hours. With 9 drivers, it really is not going to matter. Because it's not a public lobby. If it was a public lobby, then yes, Hannibal would be in the safe spot. But these guys are all smart. So my guess is that Camel is going to win by 2 laps. That's my official guess. Dragon, what do you think? Say 3 laps? All right. All right, drivers are starting to line it on up, getting their setups all ready to go and finalized, getting their pit stop strategies ready to go for this long and grueling 2-hour event. Let's go and get the track map up and running for y'all. And then we'll be able to see what kind of speeds these guys build. 9 laps. Not gonna lie, this actually looks a lot of fun to race, and I kind of wish I was racing. I haven't felt that way about Project Cars in a long time, but I would love to race this. Be a lot of fun, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, but switching over to iRacing and then trying to race on here, it is completely day and night, mainly because I don't have my wheel settings the way I want it to. So that plays a big factor. But yeah, I was watching, like, man, this would be a lot of fun. This would be a lot of fun to do. All right, time is winding down. We're gonna get ready to go green flag racing. We got red lights and we are underway for the 2 hours at the Green Hell. Camel getting a tremendous start. And then there's the all 9 cars kind of pan out. They're going to fall right into line here. Not many crazy moves as they make their way down into turn 1. Do a quick little chicane S as some of them cut through the sand there as they go side by side through the field we go. Hannibal taking his time. Dub racing up in 8th, Blitz 7th as they kind of drag race down into the first set of corners. Already Camel getting out ahead and in the lead. There's Will Phaser behind him in second. Potts in third. Road King in fourth, getting past him in the early stages of this first lap. Voting for Potts coming second. That's a good vote. That is a good vote. Absolutely. Potts has been absolutely on fire as of late. Let's see if he can't carry this momentum into this race and into the next season with Formula X. It's going to be very, very interesting. Spoon in fifth. Had a shot to win Group C last night, but ultimately folded up like wet cardboard. But no, that's the only time I'm going to say that, I promise. And here comes Will Phaser. He's actually still sticking with Camel. Right on board as they go through the faster set of chicane here on the Nürburgring GP circuit as they enter into the Nordschleife. And we begin our trek through the German forest. Battles all the way back as far as the eye can see. Here is Old Bear. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be Blitz on Old Bear. So Blitz trying to make up some spots here. I see Old Bear trying to use all that track. Blitz putting some immense pressure on him. Then behind them is going to be Dub Racing and Hannibal battling for the last spot. Old Bear running off into the grass. That's going to give the position up to Blitz as here comes Dub Racing and Hannibal in the back now. As they go up the hill side by side. This is a little bit of a treacherous spot as they catch a little bit of air. As they go around the quick right-hander. I believe in these cars you can pretty much run that flat out. You may have to lift a little bit, but not too much. And now Hannibal on the attack. And here comes Dub Racing chasing up to Blitz. Let's go and move on up to the front here. This is between Potts and Road King. I think these two are going to be the ones kind of battling throughout the race if they can keep it close. Beautiful, beautiful looking cars here chosen by our drivers today. We've got the Logitechs, we got the AMDs, we got the Aperture Industries. Absolutely beautiful to see. There you see Will Phaser. He's keeping up with Camel, and I think in these cars it's going to be rather easy. They're kind of low horsepower, especially to what these guys have been used to racing for the past month. And the GT1 Panos cars, absolutely insane racing machines indeed. So if you have the right setup, you can really throw the car in there and really make it stick. But it's all about consistency here at the Nordschleife. I don't know if damage is on or not. Let's hope not. No, I'm pretty sure it is. So drivers need to keep it off the wall if they want to have a good finishing position here tonight. That's just an exhibition race. No points involved. Road King's been kind of... Oh! Big slap on the wall from Blitz as he gets into the grass. So that's going to slow him down. Let's go back up to the front. That's true. Whoever hasn't smoked in their lives are probably going to win for how long they can blow that kazoo for 2 hours. Absolutely. So Will Phaser still kind of chasing Camel here, and Potts slowly closing in. Let's see if we're averaging about... Let's see, let's do like 8 minutes 40 seconds. Let's try to do some math here. Let's do some math as we watch this battle between first and second unfold. Let's do some math here. So let's see, 8 minutes 40 seconds. What is... Let's just round up to 9 minutes. Let's just round up to 9 minutes. Or let's do 8.5 minutes, okay? And then how many minutes? 120 minutes, so 120 divided by 8.5. This is really only going to be about a 14 lap race or so. Maybe a little bit, probably a 13 or 14 lap race. So when you think of it that way, it's not that bad. Not that bad of a race. Will Fazer still within kind of like that 1.1 second, 1.2 second mark. As they go around the first carousel there, how well can the drivers kind of hold on to it? It looks like Potts kind of got a bad exit coming out of it. And Road King couldn't exactly capitalize. But let's go and go back here to the back now. This is probably my favorite part of the track right here. It's very, very flowing. Lots of lefts and rights. It's actually going board with Dub Racing. So you do rights, then a left. If you have the right setup and the right car, it just flows so nicely. Just consecutive lefts and rights as you constantly go downhill, and then you follow by an uphill. A little bit off camera as it goes into the grass. Can you hold on to a big shunt by, I believe that's going to be Blitz. Again, 11 the wall. I think his team installed magnets to the side of his car. So let's hope he doesn't have much damage. Big understeer getting into that corner. Ouch. All right, let's go on board with Will Fazer as he continues to chase down Camel in front, using all of the track there, getting the two left tires on the grass. The grass not the slickest thing in Project Cars 2, so the drivers can be a little bit thankful for that. Very, very forgiving this track is. So go around the mini carousel there, little mini banked corner. All right. Go and kind of come down here. This Road King and Potts, like we said, this is going to be the battle to watch. And let's see here. In the draft, let's take a look at the speeds Road King is getting in the draft in these cars. Remember, we saw him peak around about 7,600 RPM. As the French kazoos go by. In the draft, pushing in the mid 7,000 RPMs, going about 165, going downhill side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact, both of them cream into the wall, hard crash for third and fourth in the first lap. Oh my goodness, I don't know what the hell happened there. They just kind of got magnetized together. We got to see if there's going to be any damage. That is massive. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Okay, looks like they didn't put any damage on. Let's wait for Potts. See if he has to go into pit, and it looks like he may have to, yep. Diving into the pits. Massive, massive crash. Yeah, I kind of see his car kind of dogtailing there a bit. Those cars aren't supposed to do that. It's not a NASCAR. It's not a stock car, rather. And he's going to go in the pits, and he's going to be in there for a little bit. So, ouch. But it's still early on in the race. And Blitz has been fine after his little scrapes and scratches. And he's behind Dub and Hannibal. This is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think Road King was trying to get that side draft, and the game just didn't allow it to happen. They're like, nope, rejected, and you both are going into the wall. It's going to be very interesting to see if Hannibal and this gang is going to be able to catch up. So, sorry to say, Dragon, but I believe your prediction for Potts getting second is going to be out. Old Bear as well, going into the pits. As the first set of times are coming in. 8:48 for Camel and 8:50 for Will Fazer. As the first lap has been completed. That's true. At least that crash was towards the end of the lap. Absolutely. It would have been really, really bad if it was early on. Because, look, man, limping this car around a track, around the track this size, not fun. Not fun at all. Yep, Road King is limping. He has decided not to come in and pit, and it is hurting him. He's dropping hard behind. So he's trying to keep it on, and he's got to watch out now. But that's going to promote Hannibal up to P3. Strong start from these two, but heartbreaker for sure. Potts is out, and he's making his way through the Grand Prix portion of the track. I see a little bit of air there, like riding a roller coaster. If I was Road King, I'll try to move out of the way, and he does, taking this to Rallycross, it seems, and he's going to rejoin behind the group. But here comes Dub Racing. Look at this three-wide battle. Gotta watch out. Don't want another big crash, because it's going to be a long race if there's another big crash. Look at this side by side. Here comes Blitz going around the outside of Dub Racing. Can he make it stick? No, Dub Racing getting the better traction and power off of that corner. Using the inside banking to his advantage, making Blitz go around the long way. Let's go on board with Blitz here. There's only so many passing opportunities on this track. You really have to just wait for the person in front of you to kind of make a mistake to get alongside him to really do a pass. Those long straights, as long as you are in the draft of the car in front of you, you should be able to catch up fairly nice. Blitz running wide there into the grass. About 9 months of playing iRacing, and that makes my heart drop. Quick left, right, followed by another right. Have a long right, gotta be careful. It does look deceiving how it kind of wants to straighten out, but then it decides to turn. In this corner, cars have to be very careful, because exactly what Blitz did. You tend to just carry a little bit too much speed into that corner. And just the banking just kind of takes it away from you there. Let's follow Dub Racing and see if he can't chase down Hannibal for third place. Well, that's going to allow Potts to actually make up a spot on Road King, I think, because Road King's going to have to pit. Take a look at the first in place gap, and yep, just as expected, Camel already up ahead 4 seconds. But still, Camel can mess up really bad. You never know. And Hannibal is starting to take off on these guys. And just like that, don't open up. Sorry about that. As we watch Dub Racing go around this track, slowly catching up to Hannibal, coming out of the carousel. Let me read you some facts about this track. I gotta try to fill some airtime the best I can. The official opening was in 1927. Can you imagine? 1927. The official start of the track. The official start construction of the track started in 27th of September in 1925, and it didn't finish until nearly 2 years later, in 1927. So this track I mean, obviously, I'm sure it's been configured multiple times over the course. And, I mean, this is what we see it as today. It's got 73 churns. That's just the Nordschleife part, not including the Grand Prix portion of it. 33 left turns, 40 right turns. School time with Zebra, yeah. Should put up like a little school bell ringing or something like that. Yeah. The first event was the Eiffel Race. Back on the first opening day, actually, and June 18th of 1927. And it wasn't cars, because cars weren't exactly all that reliable back in 1927, but they did motorcycle races first. That's absolutely insane. Motorcycle races back in 1927. Can you imagine? Oh my god. Okay, the original. This is the original track length. Okay, hold on. Let me put up kilometers to miles. So the current track length is 20.832 kilometers, which is about 13 miles. That's just for the Nordschleife part. So about 13 miles. And then if you add in the Grand Prix track, adds another like 2 or so miles. About 14 miles. Oh, that's not that bad. Never mind. But it had so many more turns. So the total combined of the original track length was 28 kilometers, which is about 17 miles. A little under 17 and a half miles was the original. The original track had 89 left turns and 84 right turns. Oh my god. That is massive. That was the original track length. They made a track 17 miles long in 1927. With 89 left turns, 84 right turns, for a grand total of 173 churns. Oh my god. So they got rid of 100 churns over the course of nearly 100 years. That is insane. Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. Really good stuff right here. I want to race that one too. Alright, so I have found a, and we'll put it up here in a little bit here. Spoon and Road King in the pits now, so I believe those two have damage. So Pot's going to be able to take, might be able to take a couple positions actually. Let's see how far away he is. Yeah, he's pretty far back. I don't know if he got any damage or not. Let's go and follow Hannibal Moore now. Give him some save image as. Do this. So here is the trying to get it open for y'all. Good, I'm glad everything's over on this one. This is the 1936 layout. Are you ready for this? That is an awful kind of composition, so please forgive me, but yeah, there it is. It had this new part kind of down on the bottom. So the Nordschleife part actually hasn't really changed all that much, but the stadium part did, which is where the extra turns kind of come in. But absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, Camel running 840s and Will Fazer running 844s. So a good 4 seconds back. Yeah, I want to race that one. And if they can recreate the old Nordschleife combined, that would be pretty dang cool. That's absolutely amazing. So, I mean, this is coming straight off from the Nürburgring website. If you want to check it out for yourself. The first winner in a car at the Nordschleife was Rudolf Caracciola. Won the first car race on the new racetrack. Oh, so, okay. So, they were racing cars. I knew they were racing cars in the 20s, but anyway, so they raced it. You won it in the compressor Mercedes, and had 172 bends with such harmless names as Ehrenberg, Fuchsschwar, and Kesselchen. Jochen Rindt said the famous quote, "Difficult to drive, easy to die," as he assessed the incomparable challenge in racing driving legend Jackie Stewart unintentionally gave the ring its current name when he called it the Green Hell. So Jackie Stewart coined that term. I did not know that, and I hope everyone learned a little bit something new today. We're going to learn a lot of facts throughout this 2-hour race here today. But we'll try to cycle through different drivers and see how they're coming along. Potts was actually not able to overtake any of the cars in the pits, so that's very interesting. So he must have just had some bad offs there, probably a little bit shaken. Don't blame him there. Kind of rough. An hour and 37 minutes left to go in the race. All right, so we're gonna actually go and ride along with Camel coming up in just 1 second. We're gonna teach you all of the little sections that is Nordschleife. There's a lot of them, and I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of them. So be prepared for that. Looks like Willfavors was able to make up a little time on them. On Camel up in front. So it looks like each section of this has got a little bit of a wow, I'm drawing blanks here. A little bit of a description next to it, which is pretty nice. But can you imagine living next to such a historic track? Well, that must be amazing. Camel said in a fast lap, or fast best sector time so far. He's awarding prizes for the top 3, so top 2 in reality. I think if anyone's able to beat Camel in these races, they should get like an extra special prize or something. That's just me. That's just me. All right, let's ride on board with Camel as we learn all of the corner names. Or the section names, really. Pushing about 160. All right, here we go. On board with the Camel as we learn the track sectors. So they're in this quick left bend. This is the Antonius Buescher Then down here is going to be the Tiergarten. Then through this left, right, left is the Hohenrain as they go through here. And then we do get a little bit of a breather as, well, that's just the first part. Then we got the Grand Prix section, of course. The Antonius Busch. It was a huge tree used to stand at this point where that fast left-hand curve right here, where is going through there, where Hannibal's going through right now, right there. A huge beech tree used to stand at this point with an altar dedicated to Saint Anthony at its foot. The tree stood to the left of the race circuit and was felled in 1935 to make room for the new B258 road. Then the Tiergarten was a formal burial ground for animals that died in combat. That's kind of sad. The Hohenrain is a highline meadow along the banking curve. So it looks like each little section's got a little bit of history, a little bit of information to go with it. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty much going to be your lap with the leader, by the way. So we have nothing else going on other than some Nordschleife knowledge. Blitz going into the pits. Camel pushing a little bit wide. I called that left turn the Ed Pro corner. More information on that later as we're getting ready to learn more. Alright, as we enter into the next part of the track, we go into the Hatzenbach. This is the small stream of the same name. The small stream of the same name runs alongside the circuit at this point. So is this little sector of track here. Then it flows right into the Hockeken, which is the mighty oak forest stood here before the circuit was built, some of which had to be felled to make room for it. As he makes his way through this section. Then he's going to make his way through the Quiddelbacher Hohe, which is the ridge above the village of Quiddelbach. What a name there. Then through the Flugsplatz, former airfield for gliders that used to be located to the left of the race circuit. Then down through the Schwinderkreuz. Then through the Ehrenberg, the hill and village of the same name lie nearby. Then through this long kind of section right here, this is the Fruchsrohr. Construction work on the Nordschleife came to a temporary halt here. Flesh Fox hold up in a drain pipe. Construction workers spontaneously gave this section of the track its current name. And then he goes through the Audner Forst, the forest area of the municipality of Ardenau. I'm pronouncing a lot of these wrong. I know for a fact. We're actually doing pretty good at keeping up with the... so these cars aren't too terribly fast, so we can actually learn more about this stuff. Already up a second. Absolutely insane. Actually, Will running faster lap times. Then we goes through the Metzgesfeld, name of a field entered in the cadastral register. The owner of the fields at this location was a certain Mertges, whatever that means. Then through the Collenhard, the section was on a wooded hill called Hartz, but the hill itself only contained bushes and heathland. Then as we enter the Wehrsifen, siphon is the Celtic word for valley. What's more, the valley used to accommodate an exercise ground for the militia. The Wehrsifen was a sort of border between the rulers of Ardnu and those of Brideshed. In former times, there used to be a boundary stone here. Then we run through the Exmühl. Sounds like I'm saying a bunch of gibberish here. This was originally planned for the original start-finish line right here. So this was the original start-finish line plan, but they moved it. Then through the Berg work, which is this section right here. Lead and silver mine was in operation here up until around 1900, but then it was closed because it couldn't produce enough materials. Then through the Kesselchen, which is we're approaching right now. The name came about during the construction work because the circuit at this point passes through a through a basin called Takessel. Then we go through the Klosterl in this section between Kesselchen and Carousel. There was an order of the Knights of St. John in Jerusalem here in the 14th century. Look at that. Now we are approaching the Steiselstreck. This section of the track was actually built for automobile tests and had up to a 27% incline, which at the time was a real strength test for vehicles, which go through probably one of the most famous parts of the track, the Carousel. Bank Carousel is part of the circuit that was paved in 1932, and it was named after the famous racing driver Rudolf Caracciola, which was the first car racing driver here. Then we go through Ho Ocht hill, the same name, at 746 meters, the highest point in the Eifel. As we go downhill into the Hedwigshoe, takes its name from the first name of the wife of Landrat, a former district administrator, and he's the spiritual godfather of the Nürburgring. As we go through, where are we at? As we go through Wipperman right here. Actually, we've already passed Wipperman. We're going to so we've gone through Wipperman, Eschbach, and now we're going through Brunchen, which is the headwater area around the turn of the century. A number of irrigation lines ran through here. Down into the Flatsgarden, this long section of track used to be the site of gardens and crop-grown fields in the Earls of Nuremberg. It's a nice little long section here. You can only imagine this place before everything was built. Would have been absolutely beautiful to see. Then through this little place, this is the Stefan Beloff S's that we've already gone through. It's named after the driver, Stefan Beloff, who on May 28th lapped the Nordschleife with an average of over 200 kilometers and had a time of 6 minutes 11 seconds. Then we just got past through the Schwalben-Schwanz section of the circuit. Looks like the end of a swallow's tail in a bird's eye view. Then we go through the Galgenkopf, and then the long straight is called the Dottinger Ho, named by the nearby village of Dottingen. Well, there you go. There's all of the sector names with a little bit of history, a little bit of trivia attached to them. Everyone loves the Flugplatz. Yep, absolutely. Music to my ears. Somewhere along our lap with Camel, Hannibal has lost third place to Dub Racing. But he's slowly catching up. An hour and 25 remain. Alright, now let's go and look up facts about the Renault Megane. Seven out of 10 for pronunciation, dude. There's a lot of umlauts over those O's and U's, man. I'm not exactly all that great. So since we are running the Renault Megane, I believe these are actually around the same. They look pretty damn similar. But this is 5 facts you need to know about the new Renault Megane. This was posted on August 8th of 2016. So looks like they haven't made a new one ever since. This is from nationwidevehiclecontacts.co.uk. It is available in a variety of options, like every car should. Duh. We mean the new Renault Megane is available in a 25 version lineup based on 6 trim levels: Expression Plus, Dynamic, Dynamic Nav, Dynamic S Nav, Signature Nav, GT Line Nav, and GT Nav, all with a comprehensive standard specification. Ooh, fancy French stuff. They do have a choice of 4 engines to offer. They have 2 Energy TCE turbocharged petrol options with capacities and power outputs of 1.2 liters, about 130 horsepower, and 1.6 liters, which puts out about 205 horsepower, and that's going to be the GT version only. And 2 turbo diesels alternatives offering a 1.5 liter DCI 110 unit with manual or EDC transmission, or 1.6 liter DCI 130 engine. I believe the 110 and 130 is going to be the horsepower. 2 further engine options will be available in 2017 in the shape of 1.5 liter DCI hybrid assist with electronic assistance, and a DCI 165 1.6 liter twin turbo unit in the GT Nav version. Yeah, buddy! Talk about a fart box. There you go. Talk about a kazoo. That's a loud kazoo. It's French. Yes, it is French. It is economic and it's clean. 4 engines, 2 transmissions offer fuel economy up to 76.4 miles. What? Up to. So that's like the max. That's still really good. With CO2 emissions as low as 96 grams kilometers. I only go by syrups per beer cans here in America. I don't go by no grams per kilometer. For manual to automatic, that is mirrored with the TCE 130 automatic EDC versions. That is mirrored with the TCE 130 automatic EDC versions, which produces a 122 grams per kilometer of CO2. Much of this fuel economy is down to the sleek shape and low weight of the car. Start-stop system. So it's got a double clutch EDC transmission, start-stop. It's got an eco driving mode, as majority of kind of the hatchbacks do anyway today. So nothing has really aged all that well from 2016. And sun is starting to set, which means we're going to see some night racing. Will Phaser has caught up quite a bit, and I wonder if Camel might have gotten any damage. We shall see. He's lapping the same lap time, so he's catching up. Could see some battles in the future, so let's keep an eye on Will Phaser. I mean, you can still hear Camel's car in the distance. Hannibal also catching up, so we could see a couple of drivers, a couple of battles coming up in the next coming minutes. Oh man, this is bad. It's got standard features not to die for. Uh-oh. Even at a glance, at the Expression Plus standard specs. Okay, so the Expression. Wait, what? Why do they call it the Expression Plus if it's the standard? What's with the plus if it's the standard model that it comes with? Why'd you give it the plus? That makes no sense. What? Shows a level of specification that is found normally on more expensive models, but it is the safety features that stand out, with active and passive safety systems such as an adaptive cruise control, active emergency braking, and lane departure warning all have been applied throughout the range, while connectivity via the easy-to-use R-Link 2 system is fitted to all models above Expression Plus. So if you just get the Expression Plus, you're losing out on the easy-to-use R-Link 2 system, whatever the hell that is. This turned into a car and track talk while a race is going on in the background. Look, I'm sorry guys, but when the field's kind of spread out, there's only so much a man can do. Should have done this during the Long Beach race a couple months ago. Catching up. So far, nothing. Let's go back down to Hannibal real quick, see how far he is. Hour 19 to go. Yeah, accept. From Expression Plus upwards, standard safety features include of course, you gotta have ABS and ESC, the electronic stability control. Those are common in every car. Obviously, you have cruise control, speed. Oh, there's a speed limiter. That's pretty nice. Hill start assist. It's got 6 airbags, seat belts with load limiters and pre-tensioners at the front, side impact protection bars, and ISOFIX child seat mounting points on the 2 outer rear seats. That's pretty nice. The use of the Alliance, let's see. They include adaptive cruise control, lane, blind spot, safe. Okay, yeah, whatever. Expression Plus Ultras features as standard 2-way adjustable steering column with leather steering wheel, of course. It better be leather. It's French after all. Bluetooth connectivity, hide adjust driver and passenger seat. What car doesn't have that these days? Even like the standard, like basic. Fucking, oh, excuse my language. got a little bit too casual. Uh-oh, Wolf Phaser up with it a second now. All right, enough talking about the Renault Megane. Let's watch some Renault Meganes race each other. As looks like the Camel may have gotten some damage somewhere along the lines. Can he get into the draft? Spoon diving into the pits, but was nabbed with a 10-second speeding penalty. And with the way his race is going, that's really not going to matter much, unfortunately. Looks like he hasn't gotten into the draft just yet. He's trying his hardest, but I think he's just a little bit out of range. But he's catching up now. 164. Okay, they're running about the same. If anything, Wolf is running a little bit faster. And he's catching up now. This is the battle for the lead. Oh, and Camel almost smacking against the wall, and he's got damage. That's going to put Will Phaser as the new leader as the sun starts to set here. Interesting. So Camel definitely with some damage. Hemorrhaged quite a bit of time, but probably not as much given the fact that he's still able to kind of keep ahead of Will Phaser. And with that being said, let's go back down to Hannibal. Let's see if he can close the gap in on Dub Racing. Let's actually go back on Blitz, actually. Oops, wrong one. Let's see if he can catch up on Road King here. This is for P5. Back to the pretty much Renault Megane ad. I'm selling Renault Meganes to a lot of people here. To everyone watching back on this. Dragon, does this make you want to buy a Renault? A Renault Megane? Accessory power points got a 12-volt front sockets. All of these are pretty much standard within a car. Got your tinted windows, LED daytime running lamps, instrument panel with digital speedometer, electronic windows. The dynamic nav, so this is the one step above the Experience Plus, adds an automatic headlights and windscreen wipers. All ready to order one. Getting one shipped in straight from the source. So that Experience Plus is really basic. Doesn't even have the automatic headlights option. So it's got auto headlights and windscreen wipers. Active safety system providing lane departure warning and traffic sign recognition. That's pretty cool. Automatic high-low beam headlamps. It's got adjustable heated and folding door mirror. Heated? I guess to like... oh, Blitz going a little bit off-road in there. Let's go and watch Camel as he tries to come back up on the guys in front of him. You know he will. It's going to be a matter of if and when. So we'll follow Camel around. Keep an eye on any other battles going to pop up here. And he has filled up, so he may be able to make it to the end. We will see. We will see indeed. Hands-free key card. It's kind of like a Tesla, maybe? That's pretty cool. Automatic dual zone climate control, of course. Multi-sense system providing selective driving modes and ambient lighting. That's a little bit extra. You really don't need that. 3D sound. 7-inch touchscreen R-Link multimedia system, including satellite navigation. Yeah, when and how, right? I'll tell you when in about 3 laps. How? Because Wolf Phaser Pit. there you go. There's your answer. 7-inch touchscreen with satellite navigation with live traffic updates and Western European mapping. Well, they only got Western European mapping, so we're pretty much screwed over here in the States. All this is further enhanced on the dynamic S-Nav with the addition of 17-inch diamond cut alloys, rear parking camera with front and rear parking sensors, extra tinted windows to the rear and tailgate, and the unique in-class 8.7-inch portrait touchscreen. So with the dynamic S-Nav, you upgrade from a 7-inch to an 8.7-inch touchscreen. Look at that, huh? Since this is a UK website, I'm surprised they can go with centimeters. As measuring, it's very interesting that they went with inches here. Full LED headlights, black leather upholstery with Nappa, that's NAPPA, leather steering wheel, and electrochrome rear view mirror. Fancy, fancy. It's got a sport range that is pretty outstanding. We're on part 3 of 5 here. Excuse me. Quick update on the battles we're kind of looking at between Dub and Hannibal and Road King and Blitz. Looks like both Chasers and Hannibal and Blitz have fallen back to about the same times, actually, about 5 seconds back from the person they're pursuing. So, fortunate there. Potts is actually slowly catching Old Bear, so let's actually go back to him, see if he can't catch up to him. There he is in the distance. The all-new Renault Megane's GT Sport range is made up of 2 models, the GT Line Nav and GT Nav, both of which have a more sporty and dynamic appearance that is backed up with some fine exterior and interior enhancements. On the GT Line Nav consists of a wider, lower air intake on the front with a honeycomb pattern mesh. Gotta love that honeycomb pattern mesh, man. That's aerodynamic technology right there. Matching door mirror housings, dark metal 17-inch or 18-inch alloy wheels. Potts running at 9:05. That's going to be his best lap of the race. It looks like he hasn't been able to set many fast laps given the condition of his car, unfortunately. I think he might be slowly catching up to Old Bear. Let's see, where are we at? Sports front seats with additional lateral support and integral headrest. Oh, they got headrest on this thing. Blue top stitching and a checkered logo, fabric or Alcantara upholstery options. Exclusive to GT range, iron blue body color. Ooh, iron blue. It's actually a pretty nice color. And a bespoke steering wheel. The GT Nav, which is different from the GT Line Nav. So the GT Nav adds in a 4-control, 4-wheel steering for more responsiveness and driving precision. Launch control. It's got launch control. Multi-change down to downshift several gears in quick succession, ensuring the best gear for rapid acceleration out of corners. Well, that's pretty nice. TCE 205 efficient dual clutch 6-speed gearbox capable of 0 to 62 miles an hour in 7.1 seconds with a top speed of 145 miles an hour, and a multi-sense system, and a multi-sense system with 4 settings: comfort, sport, neutral, and perso. And we're going to actually be looking at the prices of these in a little bit here. It's got a great range of optional personalization packages, and the Expression Plus can feature a climate pack with automatic dual zone climate control and automatic headlights and wipers. So you get that with the dynamic nav. Okay. But if you want the Expression Plus without all the bells and whistles, but you just want that, a couple hundred or 1,000 or so. Offers the parking pack with front and rear parking sensors and rear this is the dynamic nav. So the parking pack with the rear and front parking sensors, rear parking camera, and safety pack with the distance warning, automatic emergency braking. Pretty much, it's just like a tier list. So it's like if you want the Expression Plus with dynamic nav, you can have this. It's pretty much that. Look packs are available on Expression Plus and dynamic nav trims, adding in extra tinted windows and upgrading the wheels to 17-inch alloys and 17-inch diamond cut alloys respectively. The Bose pack, available on dynamic S-Nav models and above, gives you a Bose sound system with 7 speakers, amplifier, and subwoofer. Gotta love them wub wub wubs. And on the GT9 models, you can get the Alcantara packs. Are available, adding carbon gray Alcantara upholstery and blue stitching, or two-tone blue and carbon gray Alcantara upholstery to both GT Line Nav and GT Nav. But we have a battle going on here as Pot's really running on the rear of Old Bear there. I want to get through that paragraph. I saw. And Old Bear just really slowing up Potts here. See if we can't get by him. And oh no, Bear feeling a little bit racy right now. Look at this. He's not giving up. You gotta love it. Pot's going into the grass there a bit. Looks like Hannibal has gone off. Pot's going in on the inside. And we've seen our first overtake since the start of the race on track, and not someone messing up. Unfortunately, like Hannibal, who has fallen wayside, unfortunately, to the Camel as he continues to work up towards the field. Hannibal into the pits. He's got damage as it shows, and behind him is Spoon with with another damage. And Potts driving off into the German Forest Knights. All right. Follow Blitz, see if he can catch up to Road King here. If you're interested in learning more about the new Renault Megane, then contact one of our customer service representatives to discuss your options. All right, so how much do these run for? How much does a Renault Megane run for? Let's go ahead and go in USA. What are they selling here? Oh, what whack. They gave me the 2016 stuff, but they didn't give me the 2019 stuff. All right, well. This is the 2019 Renault Megane pricing and specs. We're going to look at the hatchback, because the hatchback is obviously the better looking car. Then it's got the hatchback, sedan, and wagon. Both are gross. But let's go. So we have the Zen, which is the 1.2 liter 7-speed automatic. That's going to run you from $17,000 to $23,000. Not a bad car. Not a bad price, actually. Let's go the next expensive. Surprisingly, is actually the GT with a 1.6 liter 7-speed automatic transmission. That's going to run you about $28,000 to $37,000. So that's pretty nice. Next, we have the RS280 1.8 liter 6-speed manual. That's going to run you from $31,500 to 41,250. What is next? The GT Line 1.2 7-speed automatic. That's going to run you 32,000 to 33,000. Then 32 to next expensive one is going to be the RS. This is the RS 280, same as the one before, as Blitz setting a new fast lap for him in 8:54.195, about the same time as Road King. A little bit slower, so not really making up much ground there. But this is a 1.8 liter 6-speed dual clutch automatic, as the previous RS 280 just get the manual. So dual clutch auto. 35.3 to 45.6, that will run you about. Then we have the RS Sport. This is the 1.8 liter 6-speed dual clutch automatic. This will run you 35.8 to 46.3. Then we have the Cup Trophy cars. We have the manual, which is a little bit cheaper than the dual clutch automatic. Both 1.8 liter 6 speeds. One's a manual, one's a dual auto clutch. It's really not bad if you want a quick little fast European hatchback. Oh, that's dollars there. I was looking up at that in dollars. I didn't mean to close that out. Crap. Yep, that is dollars. I just found it easier to look it up in that pretty much, so why not bad. Well, that's all the trivia I really have. Yeah, it's a dang shame we can't buy a Renault stateside. Not that I would buy one, but I know people would buy one. Coming up on the halfway point, Blitz is able to close in a little bit of distance. I say that as he goes off into the grass there. What the heck? What was he carrying? Someone's hood. Someone's side panel or something. So coming up on the halfway point of this 2-hour race, they are good little cars. I will admit, I would drive one. I wouldn't own one, I would drive one. If I want a hatchback, I'm going to want a Toyota Corolla hatchback, because I worked on one at my work at Goodyear. Took it for a little test drive. That thing sounded mean, and I wanted it. I wanted it. Very bad, not even gonna lie. Wolf Phaser running a slow lap time, 9 minute. Oh, yep, there. Yep, he's got damage. He's got damage, all right. But he's got 9.6 liters anyway. Oh, I believe he's got some steering damage. I believe he's got some steering damage, suspension damage, and stuff. He's got damage pretty much. But he's gonna have to pit for fuel anyway, so he's just trying to limp around as his car is just understeering. That's going to allow Dub to kind of take control, but I think Dub's going to have to be going in the pits soon anyway. If I was him, I'd go in. That's going to give, what I say, 3 laps, Camel retains the lead via pit stops. Simple as that. Tale as old as time. Oh, so that one corner on that one corner that I mentioned, the Ed Pro corner after the Michael Schumacher S is that left-hander. I have dubbed that corner that name. The reason why there's this guy, his PSN was Ed Pro 007, I think it was. And that's when I was racing in Johnny's League. I was racing the Ministry of Speed, as it was known before someone told him to change it. And then we were racing at the Nürburgring. I think this was on the first Project Cars, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think it was on Project Cars 2. And him and I were racing, and accidentally dived a little bit too deep into it, and I spun him out, and he got really mad at me. He got mad. And I always remember that corner as a memory of him. He passed away a couple years ago as Will Fazer's diving into the pits. So that's going to pretty much get the lead to Camel in the next coming lap or two. Let's see if Dub Race can be doing the same. But he passed away a couple years ago in 2017 or 2018. Yep, Dub Racing's diving in. That's going to give the lead right back to Camel. Oh, Dub nabbed with a 10-second penalty. I thought he slowed down enough. But I guess not. Dang. Wow. Road King. Oh, Road King. Yeah, he's got damage. 57 minutes to go. But he passed away. He was a cool guy. But yeah, so I kind of commemorated him in that corner, and kind of see it as that. So yeah. Like I mentioned before, last night on the Twitch stream for the season 27 finale, update on the LHD 6, the Bonhomme Richard station in San Diego, California. They finally put out the fire. All hotspots found, so they're now going to start the cleaning process, the investigation process, and everything like that. So that's good. But if you've never been in the Navy, if you've never been assigned to a ship, that's pretty much your home away from home, especially when you're on a 6 to 12 month deployment, even a 4-month deployment over in Japan. Like, that's your home away from home. You've put in a lot of emotions into that, into that ship. So it's good to know that the fire's put out. But man, I've seen some pictures and it looks absolutely nasty. I'm going to be taking a quick, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. Got to kind of cool down. It's like I said, it's very hot in my room, so I'll be right back. We're going to ride on with Road King here, and we'll be back in, I don't know, about 15-20 minutes. So enjoy I do apologize stepping away, but got to cool down and talk with the wife real quick. So I will be right back. Enjoy the kazoo sounds of Road King as he approaches Blitz for the overtake. I would like to apologize to the. I totally forgot that PlayStation Now has it where if you don't respond within a certain time, that that it ends. So I don't think I'll be able to get back in. Yeah, I won't be able to get back in. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I had to go talk with my wife and cool down, but I won't be able to get back into the session, unfortunately. Wow, I'm really sorry. I totally forgot about that. Should be about 20 minutes left in the race anyway. Wow, that is super, super embarrassing. I am so sorry, guys. I mean, at that point, I'm going to end the stream here. I'm assuming Camel's going to win. Congrats to Camel. I assume. And all the other people. Wow, I can't believe that just happened. I am so, so sorry. We'll be back next week for the start of Season 28 in Formula X. The schedule should be out soon, so that's going to be pretty exciting to look forward to. But again, I am so, so sorry.